all the years of the UFC, this is the worst shoulder injury we've ever seen.
Prochazka's shoulder.
Crazy what has happened with Jiri. How bad is that injury?
Main event of UFC 282 is off after Jiri Prochazka suffered what UFC doctors are calling the worst shoulder injury they've ever seen.
Okay, well, I'm so sorry about what happened. I'm so sorry that you got hurt, that you were unable to compete.
Really unfortunate news that Jiri Prochazka suffering a very severe shoulder injury is how it's being described.
Looks like we got another one! On the ground!
After I will be back, I will come for that title and more, because my targets are higher than just a title.
This is the GULAG. In here, you fight to win back your life.
He is still firing back. Toughness shown on each side. That's the flying knee. Oh, there it is!
You can't have a guy with a shoulder out of place that's visible to the world and allow that competition to go on. He can't protect himself. You're sending a one-armed guy into an ass-whipping contest. He's going to go get beat up. That's not what we do here. That's irresponsible.
Tell us what happened. What led to the injury?
It was sparring session, but everything was light. Everything was nobody did something wrong, but I just did some mistake. I let the guy to take my back, and he just threw me for the suplex right to the shoulder, and yeah, that was that. I had a lot of pain with that, and I think there was something broken before that. So that's why I think we just finished with that shoulder. That's life, and this time I will use to be stronger. That's all. Yeah. The shoulder was out, and so one guy he put me that shoulder back. One Russian guy from Ankalaev team he put me that back in the gym, and after that we went to the hospital and everything after
right.
That night when it all went down and we had our doctor look at him, the doctor literally said, in all the years of the UFC, this is the worst shoulder injury we've ever seen. It popped out, and he had some guys there at the gym.
Try and put it back in.
Yes, and destroyed his shoulder. So, I told him, tell all the fighters, if anything happens to you, jump in a car and go to the hospital.
Shoulders are. Basically, it pops out, and a lot of the time you pop it back in. There was a weight, and it popped back out. You never really know with the shoulder until you dig into it. So it sounds like Prochazka suffered a very severe shoulder joint dislocation, which in and of itself is a very common injury that we'll see in combat sports, especially with grappling and wrestling. But the fact that Dana White is saying it's the worst the UFC doctors have ever seen is definitely on the extreme end of that injury, and not something that I would have necessarily expected, especially in just of a training scenario.
Oh, big hammer fist from Pro.
This is looking like it's going to take a decent amount of time to heal, and that there is actually no guarantee that Jiri will fight in 2023. Hopeful, of course. Love to see how the surgery goes, how the rehab goes, but there is no guarantee that he will be back even in a year's time from now.
Let's go!
I'll be back. Thank you.
I'm ready to end it first or fifth round, doesn't matter, and doesn't matter which technique.